name is Isaiah. Nice to meet you.
Kosh, I'm here today to ask you some questions, interview you about sex education and HIV and AIDS. So start off the first question. Do you think it's important to know about sex education?
Oh yeah, of course, definitely.
Yeah, so I think it's really important for the young kids to know about sex education because most of them they're very intrigued and they question a lot about sex, and they always want to experience it themselves. And usually most of the time the parents try to keep them away from it, but in reality they're gonna try to do it anyways. So yeah, I agree with you. Sex education is really important because it could lead, without knowing, it could lead to maybe unwanted pregnancy or maybe like STDs if you're not careful.
I think it could be better implemented. I'm not sure if the knowledge that we're given in an elementary setting is quite enough, but I'm sure there's definitely more we could learn about it or be taught about it at least.
Yeah, I agree. Especially the young kids, they want to experience it and they're very curious. They're asking questions, and sometimes when they go into it by themselves and they're alone and they don't know what they're doing, and it could lead to things that they don't want, pregnancy or STDs, things like that nature.
Sure.
So yeah, I agree. Schools should totally add more classes, because I know I went to a school where we didn't offer sex education. They offered help, but there was teenagers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So next question. Do you know anything about HIV and AIDS?
Yes, I do.
So can you tell me some things you know about HIV and AIDS?
Yeah. So let's see. HIV and AIDS are STDs. Well, it's the same STD. HIV is the early stage. AIDS is the advanced stage.
Yeah.
What it does is it targets certain cells in your immune system, the T cells, and they produce antibodies which kill germs. And once you've had it for long enough, it'll have killed off enough of your T cells, and you can call it AIDS.
I know that HIV stands for human immunodeficiency.
So HIV is the actual virus that kills your cells, and after certain amount of level of T cells that's gone, like you said, it turns into AIDS, which when people die, they die of AIDS related causes and not AIDS itself. Do you know any ways you can prevent HIV or just STDs in general?
Condoms. You could say abstinence, but no one's really going to do that.
Yeah.
What else? Also preventing blood-to-blood contact. Making sure not to use needles other people have used.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
I think as far as the basics goes, again, we're not completely educated on the topic, but I think most of the recommendations are just about protection and stuff like that. I'm not really familiar with anything beyond that.
Yeah, there's protection, like you said, there's condoms, there's, believe it or not, there's condoms for females, and I've never experienced that myself, but they work pretty well as for male condoms. There's also having just safe sex in general. You can also abstinence, stay away from sex, or just limit your sex partners. Do you know how it can be transmitted? HIV can be transmitted?
Most just through, I believe it's contact with bodily fluids.
Blood transfusion is one of the most causes of AIDS and HIV back then. Some other ways you could transfer HIV and AIDS is through breast milk, or if the mother has is HIV positive, she can transmit that to her baby when the baby is born. Also, some fun facts. There's different kind of sex that has a higher chance of transmitting HIV. Do you know what kind of sex has the highest chance? Anal sex. And
I heard that.
believe it or not, I didn't know this, but believe it or not, oral sex has the lowest chance of transmitting HIV. To prevent HIV, transmitting HIV is just practice safe sex. Get tested, occasionally if you're sexually active. Just less risky sex. Do you think there is a cure for HIV?
Currently, there is not. We have something that basically keeps it at the HIV stage so that it doesn't develop into an advanced virus and people can live mostly normal lives without sex, really.
Yeah.
But no, not really.
Not that I'm familiar with, at least.
Yeah, there's as of right now, there's no cure, but there are treatments, and that's why I think it's important to have schools implement sex education to understand about sex in general and how to stay safe, and that's why like scientists and like educators, they want people in general to have safe sex, because once you like you're HIV positive, you can't really get that cured, and it's really pretty scary. Schools and institutions like want to kind of keep the people, the sexually active, safe, and that's why most of us promote condoms and safe sex.
Yeah.
And it can lead to death.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think this concludes our interview. I hope you learned a lot today.
Sure.
Yeah. My name is Eric. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.